You asked and you shall receive. Okay, hello and welcome to 10 minutes of terrible audio quality where we're drawing Lizzy! And basically redesigning her because, I don't know, I'm on a kick with this and I thought it'd be fun. I haven't written anything down for this, so you're just gonna get my thoughts as I'm watching this through, which is gonna be super fun for all of us. Anyways, that's how I do body layouts. The main things that I wanted to improve with this Lizzy design compared to my last one, which I did a stream designing last time, was her hair. I feel like I made her hair really neat, which I wanted to fix up, and also making her outfit and clothes more detailed and complicated was something that I was really interested in fixing up, because character design and doing interesting poses are sort of the two things that I'm trying to focus on improving going on to this new year. So I started working on making her clothes a lot more interesting and detailed. I also wanted to give her a cool weapon, because I feel like having all the different lifers and Hermitcraft members having cool, unique weapons is super awesome. And I sort of had the thought that she's very Persephone-esque in her sort of mannerisms, where people mistake Persephone as a very timid god, but if you know any of the lore, she's more vicious and mean than actual Hades, but then is also the god of spring, so I thought it works really well for Persephone, or works really well for Lizzy, for her to have a sort of almost scythe-like weapon. The line art again took really long, so I tried to speed it up a lot more. And also her wings, I really like giving her butterfly wings. I think it fits the fact that she's very fairy-esque and also fairy thought, and then also I make them golden typically to represent in Secret Life how she died first, and it's her own version of being the canary. One thing with the colours, because we're moving on to that now, that I wanted to fix was I tend to get really anxious about making her hair too pink or too brightly coloured and then it not matching with the rest of her colour palette. And so this time I just threw those worries out the window, because usually those worries end up making her look a bit too salmon hair coloured. But yeah, and I think I did a good job picking a good colour for this time round. So that's what I'm doing. Same with the clothes, I tend to go quite muted, and I wanted to have vibrant clothes and more brighter blues and stuff, and a wee bit less white on her. Last time it was very much white and blue, and so I tried to mix it up by adding a couple of different colours. The flowers I hummed and hawed over for a bit. I think I do blue and yellow, or blue and yellow for a while, and I end up switching them back to blue and red by the end, because I think it looks a lot more accurate. And I didn't do any shading, I just did coloured in line art. Here she is. And to put this design to use, I did the thumbnail that I'm sure lured you all into watching this video. And this is what I was talking about with more dynamic poses. I thought it would be fun to give her a cool position that took up a large portion of the screen and would stand out a lot. And so I think I did quite well on getting one of those. The line art was admittedly a lot quicker this time around, which was really handy, and also the colouring process was a lot quicker because I didn't have to pick the colours, which was awesome. Lizzy's really fun to draw, especially with how I did the new hair. Like I said earlier, I feel like I tended to make her hair quite flat and sensible looking, but she is a Madden, so I think her having a lot more curly hair and like expressing that better is really a big improvement on how I typically do it. And yeah, I think that is Lizzy in her cool position. To continue on with this theme, I did a couple of Lizzy's other iconic skins. First of all, because it would be criminal for me not to, since raccoons are my favourite animal, I did Raccoon Lizzy from Afterlife. This one I was kind of struggling with because I didn't really want to do the entire onesie, because I feel like that would be a disservice to making Raccoon Lizzy real. She is like the epitome of raccoon energy, and so the idea of it just being a onesie felt a bit silly to me, so I wanted to like make it clear that while she is wearing raccoon themed apparel, she is actually a raccoon. I also wanted to try and make it look like she was a little bit shorter, and I kind of used the shorts to help do that, because personally shorts tend to make people look really short in my opinion. And also, you can't have a raccoon that doesn't wear shorts. If you've got a raccoon character, you've got to have them wear shorts at least once. Twig knows nothing but wearing shorts, that is his truth. And then we're on to Ocean Queen. In all of her glory, let's eat cake, because she's just good like that. This one, the sketch was pretty like easy to do. I used a lot of like references, especially like relying on looking at her skin. The last one I didn't bother looking at her skin for that season as much, whereas this one it was really helpful guide to see sort of what characteristics her outfit give off. I wanted her design to be somewhat like beach attire, but then also very clearly royal, so I ended up doing sort of a two-piece thing, as well as making it really flowy. Colours were difficult with this one, especially with the dress, because I didn't want it to be all white, because I think that would be very like cutting, especially because of like the colour palette of her castle and stuff. So I struggled a wee bit with that, and I'll like flick in between, because I also wanted to make sure that I incorporated the pink more into her actual clothing. Her clothes are very purple in her skin, but I wanted it to be like a good mixture so that the hair didn't stand out too much and it like tied everything together, and I feel like by the end I get a pretty good mixture of that. And also making the tulle at the bottom look sort of transparent-y. I think this is when I went to get a cup of tea or have dinner, one of the two. And there is our Ocean Queen! I'm really happy with that one. And last but certainly not least, we got the one, the only, Bamboozler! Yay! This is a lot of yaying, I suppose. That's just what happens. Lizzy, Bamboozler Lizzy, the hardest thing with this one was the hair, because I wanted it to be distinctly different from the other two hairs. I wanted it to be like she is more battle prone, because I feel like going into wildlife, she was very set, warrior-esque. She's wearing a very fun outfit, but I wanted her to like be very intense looking, which is why I also gave her a sort of anime style greatsword with the like little heart with wings hilt, because I thought that was fun. The outfit was kind of hard because I wanted her to give... Okay, well the radiator's rumbling now. Perfect. And now the toss. But I'm not re-recording any of this, so you just get to stick with this. But yeah, the colours were relatively okay to do, because it was like somewhat a reduced colour palette, because I was just working with like her main colours, but then the white, green, brown, blue and pink. However, it was kind of difficult to get the like right bamboo greens in. Although I think I ended up very happy with like how it turned out, and the braids especially. At some point I'm definitely gonna do gem, and I think this was sort of good practice for when I have to do her hair as well. And then of course she's going BAM! Because that's what the Bamboozlers do. And so that's that one done, and in a minute we're gonna see all of them scrolling across the screen. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you like the art. I'll make sure to put it up on my community tab. If you want me to draw any other lifers in particular, or if you have a favourite design from this video that I did, let me know. Be awesome. And if you made it to the end despite my terrible commentary, thank you very much, and I will see you next time if you want that to be a next time. But yeah, cool, thank you, bye!